What's good, everybody? This is Coach Phil, and welcome to another episode of Deep in the Game. And this is actually a special edition. This is the draft edition for the CFL, and we have potentially could be, I think, might be the number one draft pick in the CFL draft. We have Tyson Hergott coming out of University of Waterloo, defensive lineman. Tyson, how are you doing this morning, brother?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you hopping on, man. So, how does it feel for folks that really think that you might be potentially the top pick in the CFL draft? And what do you think? Where do you think you would possibly go?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that, it's really an honor to be even in that conversation of early round picks or first round picks. And I mean, it's amazing. A lot of work has come to fruition to see that happen. And I'm grateful for the opportunity. And I mean, wherever I go, I just hope that's a good fit. And I'm going to work my tail off to help whatever team chooses me.
That's what we like to hear, man. And quite honestly, man, I mean, this is my first season really like breaking into OUA and potentially tell people what was like playing in OUA, who was your toughest competition, and what will be the right situation. What do you think will be the right situation for you in the draft?
Yeah, I mean, the OUA is a great league. I mean, Canadian football, I feel like, is obviously under the radar, even with respect to the CFL. I mean, I think a lot of the Division I guys get a lot of the shine, but I think there's good players in the OUA and throughout U Sport. And I think that by going early and, competing with those Canadian D1 guys come back and competing with true Americans in the CFL, you kind of just keep pushing the gate for Canadian football. So I think it's a good look.
I like that. So what separates you from the pack? What in your player build and who you are, what separates you from everyone? What makes you unique, and what do you think teams would get out of you drafting you?
I think it's just like a unique play style and unique playmaking ability. I mean, there's obviously guys that are bigger than me. There's guys that are going to be more athletic than me, but there's not a lot of guys that work harder than me. And there's not a lot of guys that have the nose for the ball and just sniff it out, just always find ways to make plays in the run, in the pass, on teams, anything.
I will say, man, you have a motor that is unmatched coming into this draft, man. You have like you said, you have a nose for the ball. You know where to find it. You know how to see ball, get ball. It's an amazing talent that you have, man. So whatever team gets you, man, they've got a gamer. And I like what I see so far. But we are actually going to do something different, ladies and gentlemen. We are actually going to watch some of the film together. I have his film from the 2023 season, and we're just going to break it down together. So let's see what we can do with this right here. OUA Lineman of the Year, OUA All-Star First Team, 38 total tackles, 11 sacks, 14 tackles for a loss, 3 forced fumbles, 1 interception, 2 pass breakups. Man, you were all over the place. Was it more of you were comfortable in the system to be able to do what you wanted to do, or was it just credit to the coaches for putting you in a position to be successful?
Yeah, I think it was both. I mean, I had a big jump from 2022 to 2023, and I think the biggest contributor to that was just I stopped worrying about making plays. I mean, the less you worry about making plays, the more you make them. You just pin your ears back and get after the ball and trust in the system. You make plays, man. That's it. You just got to trust coach and trust that he's going to put you in good spots to make them.
I like that. I like to hear that, man. 38 total tackles. Man, that's a lot. All right, I'll see you on the outside right here. My God. Are you more get your hands in the dirt, or are you more I'm comfortable 2-point stance, kind of get that lean, or you can do either or, whatever's comfortable?
I do a little bit of both. I think that's another thing that makes me kind of a good prospect in this draft is I can do both. I mean, there was times where I was playing 3-tech, and there was times that I was blitzing from depth. So I think I can play kind of 3-5 guy and play a hand in the dirt or play off the edge.
See right here. Outstanding. Let me go back real quick. Then you go from edge, waggles out, and you were able to slide out on that. Now, he did have space on you, and he overthrew him, but still, that's athletic. That is athletic as hell.
Yeah, I mean, I can drop into the zone. I'm not going to cover somebody man for man, but that worked out anyway.
So as long as you got a little bit of space, you don't have to try and sit there and just jam him. You can actually You
Yeah,
guys
I
feel
mean, yeah, I
comfortable.
drop the zone, play a little depth off, make sure he doesn't get anything huge off of it. But yeah, like I said, that one all worked out. So
I like that. I like that. Have you played linebacker before, or has it always been D line?
yeah, I started as playing linebacker. Like when I was young, I played linebacker, and then like the first couple years of high school, I played linebacker, and then switched to DN kind of when I hit a growth spurt and put on some size.
Yeah. I like that you work up field and then work your way inside.
Yeah, that inside move worked out well this year. I worked it a lot in the off season, and it paid off.
And it's just a quick boom. That some guys it takes a little bit of time for them to just do that, but for you, get your feet under you and you be able to get the hands moving. It's simple, but it's effective and it's efficient. You can't go
Yeah,
wrong with that. Right here, hands in the ground. I like it, man. I'm taking this. And it doesn't even look like you're getting off the line fast, but you get back there so quick. Like, wow, he got there really quick.
yeah, just yeah. I think it's just athleticism, get upfield, read it quick. I think that's the other thing too. I wasn't in my head, like I was so confident this year playing that I wasn't thinking a whole lot. I was just like ball snapped and I'm getting there.
So was it more? It took you. Was it always for you from the beginning? You were just all right. I'm gonna play free, or did you just have to get comfortable in the system?
Well, I
Were you
mean,
overthinking?
my story is a little different because I mean, I played my freshman year, and I got some snaps, and then 2020 was COVID, and then 2021 I tore my Achilles, so I missed all of 2021, and then I came back in 2022 and hadn't played football since I was a rookie in 2019,
Right.
and then kind of was expected to be at the top or wanted that out of myself. So I think I was just in my head and didn't have the full confidence that I had in 2023 and 2022. So I just kind of got more games in and trust the system, and then kind of this season was the result.
The fact that you tore your Achilles and able to bounce back, because a lot of guys when they tear their Achilles, they lose their speed or they lose that bounce. That they feel like they're constricted a little bit. So to see you do this, I was not privy to this information. So to hear that and you bounce back the way you have, man, that's a testament to you, my guy. Amazing.
Yeah, appreciate it. I can't thank my medical team enough too. I mean, Dr. Nick Bailey's my surgeon and Kyle Farraghan's my physio, and those guys they got me right real quick.
They sure enough did, because right here. I'm a big close the gap kind of person when I coach my players, but your ability to close and just make a play on it, outstanding, man.
Yeah, the good thing is my defensive coordinator, Darrell Adams, he actually just got the head coach job at the University of Toronto, but he gave me a lot of freedom this year. I mean, I think he trusted in my abilities and he kind of gave me the freedom. I mean, if we're getting slide pro, I could backdoor. I mean, as long as I made the play, he didn't really care how I made it. And I think that's kind of the best system that I work in. It's just, I mean, obviously play the system, but as long as you make the play, it don't matter how you make it.
Nah, you just got to get there and make a
You just gotta
play. And
get home.
to have your DC comfortable enough to let you do what you do, that takes so much pressure off of you. Look right here. Look. They just struggle. They just struggle. Oh, and rounded it out. That's you giving them hell. And you're an energy guy. I like it.
Yeah, I play best. I mean, I usually play best after I make a big play because then the energy gets hot and I get all hyped up, and then the rest just takes care of itself.
Are you more of a I love the run support, or are you I got to get a sack, or just
Uh,
doesn't matter to you?
I mean, I think this season it didn't matter. I was just so focused on winning and helping the team win. I mean, 2022 Waterloo went 1-7, so I was so sick of losing that I couldn't even care what happened. I just wanted to win. So I think I have the ability to get after the passer and stop the run. I think that's another thing that makes me unique in this draft. But yeah,
Mm,
I was all focused on winning.
I like that. That's what you like to hear, man. So growing up, who did you build your game after? Was it just, hey, I'm gonna be myself, or who did you take little bits and pieces from in CFL or in the NFL? Who'd you take your game after, man?
I mean, I started football a little later. I played one season of club football in grade 8 and then 4 years of high school and didn't play club at all until the last one. So I wasn't really as invested in it, I guess, like from a young age, but as soon as I hit high school, I fell in love with it. And then around that time, like Kwaku Boateng was coming out. A couple years later, Robbie Smith was coming out. So those kind of like local DN pass rushers guys that really did well in the CFL are who I look up to. And then now like Betts, of course, and then NFL guys like Nick Bosa. I feel like I really modeled my game off Nick Bosa. I'm always watching him because he can play the run and get after the pass. So something I aspire to do.
Where do you feel your game needs to grow? Where do you feel like you need to? Everybody knows that they have things they need to work on, but where do you feel like if I do this, this, and this, man, I could be one of the top dogs?
I just think it's just physicality. I mean, obviously, when you get to the next level, everybody's bigger and stronger. So I think once I get there, it'll just be more of a hand in the dirt style and just nitty gritty motor football. Maybe even a little bit less finesse at that level, and just be a dog out there.
That's a really good statement right there. I do notice that in like the CFL, it's not so much we're gonna try and knock you out. It's a strategic game, and especially on defense now, where I've watched a lot of defense, they do simulate a lot of NFL American style of packages. So I think that'll work in your benefit. I wouldn't say change up too much of your game. I think the finesse part will be a good foundation, but more importantly, you get that hard hitting style up there a little bit, man, you're gonna be a problem.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just just physicality, man. It sets a tone pretty early.
Right here off the mark. That was nice. That gotta go back on this last one. That was nice. This last play right here. Working upfield, but then counter that with the spin and still. What were you thinking? What were you thinking on that?
I don't know. I just remember on that one the tackle kicking and then pass rushing, and then I seen this QB was aggressive to pull, and they were running draw all game, so I was ready for him to tuck it and go. Oh, and I just spun back and get him. And I think that's what contributed to like the statistical part of the season too, was just the motor, right? Like just tracking that guy down 10 yards field or making plays sideline to sideline as a DN.
On the sideline and still work up field. Man, your game is there, brother. And from my evaluation and what I've seen, man, so far of you've got the pieces, but I like that you can be molded. You seem like the type of kid that wants to, I won't even say kid, I'll say young man. You seem like a young man that he wants to learn. He wants to soak up the energy. He wants to, you know how like when you get drafted, if you get drafted really high, I'll say 1 through 5, you're going to a situation that may not be the best. I honestly think that, man, wherever you go, you're going to take all the knowledge that the vets have and you're going to be willing to learn and work, man. So I like your style. I like what you got going for yourself, man. And I really believe you should be one of the top picks without question.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, that's something I'm really looking forward to is just crafting the game and learning from the vets. I mean, I got some buddies like Jack Hinsberger, was a linebacker for the BC Lions this past year, and I'm always just picking his brain, what was it like, advice and just how to get better. So got to be a sponge, man.
You guys soak it all up, man. So before I let you go, man, who's your team? Who do you usually roll with when it comes to the CFL?
I can't pick one, man. I mean, when I was younger, I remember going to some Ticats games. I grew up in Waterloo, so it's 45 minutes away from the Ticats. But honestly, any team that picks me, I'm good to go, man. I'm gonna do my best and help that team to win. It don't matter what color I'm wearing.
That's what I like to hear, man. So, Tyson, again, appreciate you for coming on, man. Thank you so much, and we'll be looking out for you. And anybody want to get a hold of Tyson, man, hit him up. You guys got to take a look, man. His highlights, man. Do something special right here. So appreciate you hopping on, man. And best luck the rest of the way, brother.
Yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity. Thanks, man.
All right, you guys, it's another episode of Deep in the Game. We might be deep in this game, but you got the rules missing. Take care, y'all. See you next time.